Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Liam flip-flops returning to Steffy. Does Hope's shady relationship with Carter alter everything? According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer could decide against pursuing Hope Logan. As fans are aware, Liam just made the decision that he wanted Hope back, and he has been working to demonstrate his dedication and, ideally, find a way to get them back together. Liam could reconsider, though, after learning more about Hope's most recent scheme involving Carter Walton. Hope will eventually come under fire since she has undoubtedly been pressuring Carter to go through with this dubious Forrester takeover. You can guarantee that Steffy Forrester will point the finger at Hope if Carter pulls off this coup. When Hope pushes Carter to such extremes, Steffy, who already thinks he is manipulating him, will be even more persuaded. Naturally, the information about Carter and Hope's romance will also eventually surface, so it will also play a role in all of this. Steffy may wind up venting to Liam, since she believes Hope has brainwashed Carter. When Liam learns that Hope plotted with Carter to deprive Steffy and Ridge Forrester of the Forrester kingdom, what will happen? It may undoubtedly change Liam's opinion of Hope and agitate him once again. In the future, Liam may approach Hope and declare that he no longer even recognizes her. Liam would counter that if Hope had been upfront about her relationship with Carter, Steffy wouldn't have fired her first, despite Hope's protests. Given that Hope has been busy finding Carter a new partner, while Liam has been urging a reunion, that relationship may make Liam feel foolish. In the most recent round of the Logan Forrester dispute, Liam could seriously turn against Hope and support Steffy. Regarding Liam's own love aspirations, he may easily be led back to Steffy by his emotions. Liam could change his mind and start wanting Steffy back instead of his ex as he grows more protective of her. In any event, our BNB forecasts indicate that Liam will ultimately have a significant response after learning the full extent of Hope and Carter's deceit. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam could come to the conclusion that he doesn't know Hope as well as he believed he did. Ridge notices that Carter has signed the LLC documents. According to Wednesday's teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter Walton pressured Ridge Forrester to overrule Steffy Forrester's judgment over Hope Logan and her line. Carter alluded to the stakes and potential consequences, but Steffy dismissed it and eventually referred to Hope as a bitch. Steffy refused to back down and repeated the slur several times in spite of Carter's rage. Carter's proposal for a worldwide luxury brand also failed, so it became clear that he would not obtain what he desired. Ultimately, Carter sent over the LLC documents for Steffy and Ridge to sign both copies and initial a few pages. After Steffy signed and initialed, Ridge lost his spot and finally saw that Carter had signed. Ridge began to wonder what was going on and why Carter had signed it. When Hope mentioned that time could be running out, Brooke Logan at the cabin questioned her about what she meant. Now that Steffy had fired her, Hope pretended that she was only referring to her own time at Forrester Creations. Hope, on the other hand, praised Carter and mentioned that she could finally be with a man who had the bravery, conviction, and strength to truly support her. In addition, Hope's relationships didn't carry the typical baggage, and best of all, Carter wasn't married. Unfortunately, Hope predicted that if Carter continued to defend the Logans, there would be serious conflict between him and the Forresters. I hope it doesn't happen. Before fading away on Wednesday's BNB program, Hope stated, Hope only expressed her hope that Carter didn't violate any boundaries in his attempt to communicate with Ridge and Steffy when Brooke urged her to conclude her speech. Hope recognized that the notification Brooke received on her phone may be related to an interview for Brooke's bedroom and encouraged her mother to go do her thing. Brooke only wished that Steffy would change her mind and decide not to terminate Hope's employment or terminate her line. Hope considered Carter's takeover strategy and the possibility of transformative outcomes when Brooke took off. If only you were aware, Mom. If only you knew, Hope thought to herself. Taylor Hayes talked to John Finnegan about Hope at the Cliff House, and he couldn't understand why she had attempted to woo him the previous day. Taylor assumed that Brooke taught her how to manipulate people, while Finn remarked that the worst part was Hope's attempt to gaslight them about it afterwards. Before turning to the dark side of Logan, Taylor was shocked that Hope had survived as long as she had. Taylor dreaded to consider how this may harm Steffy if it persisted since she was worried about Hope being so out of control. Stay in for updates on all the shocking news and growing animosity, as Carter's takeover plot is expected to create some major ripples shortly, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke must make a significant choice when Brooke Logan walks behind Hope Logan's house and shows up to her small log cabin. She doesn't expect anything significant because she is so accustomed to dropping in on Hope Logan without warning. What's a little mother-daughter sleuthing when she notices Carter Walton's vehicle outside and knows Hope is content there? Hope discussing a revolution at Forrester Creations is hardly what Brooke anticipates hearing. Indeed, Brooke finds out that Hope successfully persuaded Carter to sign the LLC documents, so giving him ownership of the business. Must read. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful opening up about collaborating with some of her favorites, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. Brooke is in complete shock. Brooke never imagined that her daughter would exhibit this degree of treachery. How is she going to hide something like this? Brooke needs to think a lot right now. She has two options. She may remain silent and say nothing, or she can ruin Hope and Carter by telling the Forrester Creations board everything. How will she choose to proceed? Hope's happiness with Thomas Forrester made things much simpler. The warpath is Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Carter is defying all of her requests, but she never imagined he would ever not follow the business line. He has occasionally acted rudely and insubordinately in support of Hope. Steffy will no longer put up with it, even though it doesn't make sense. But because he believes Carter is a vital member of the Forrester Creations team, Ridge Forrester is prepared to accept it. He is like family to them because he has worked for and with them for years. They can't possibly fire him. Steffy is unsure, though, and no longer knows where Carter's allegiances lie. She had no idea that they now just lie to Hope, and that Hope persuaded Carter to do something really horrible. At Forrester Creations, Carter says, "Tell her, Ridge. Tell Steffy you're overriding her." Is he really going to treat Hope this way? Steffy asks, "What about the way I've been treated?" Hope Logan. Carter goes on about the Logan's contributions to the company. Ridge interrupts to say this is going too far. Carter warns that more rests on this decision than he could possibly know. He says the future of Forrester Creations will never be the same if they don't heed his advice. In the Forrester office, Carter urges Ridge to override his daughter. Steffy complains about how she's been treated, and Carter insists the Logans bring in revenue. Ridge thinks this is getting out of hand. Carter is sure he knows that firing Hope is wrong. He tells his friend that more rests on this decision than he can possibly know. Steffy starts shaking her head when Carter warns that this will be different if they don't heed his advice. Ridge looks at his daughter, and she cocks her head. Carter blurts out they need to change their position on HFTF before it's too late. "What's that supposed to mean?" asks Ridge. The three of them bicker, and Carter declares that he won't let Steffy steer the company in the wrong direction over some stupid rivalry. The madness needs to stop. He demands they reinstate Hope, and that they have meets about his plan to change the company into a luxury brand.